Hi. So, what I'm getting tired of, right, is you get all these groups, like comicbook.com and stuff like that, and they're talking about the change, which is pretty good, yeah. Excuse me. What Armada's taking place, and there's a shift in DC because of Justice League. Right? But the bit I dislike the most now, as you all know, if you've been watching my YouTube, is I like the Justice League movie, right? DC support first, Zack Snyder fan second, and but what it says, and especially in this post that I read, it says due to the failure of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, that pissed me off. Okay? Now, I made videos beforehand about, yes, it's Zack Snyder's film. Right? Because, to be honest, he'd done the majority of the film. Okay? Now, there's all the spectators out there, all the other theories out there. How much did Joss Whedon do, and how much did... Listen, it's an independent board that comes, looks at the amount of work that was done and created, and by it saying directed by, that means that that person had directed most of the stuff, probably in post-production, right? So yeah, there is something to saying that it's Zack Snyder, right, or Zack Snyder film, but it's not. Okay, for me, a film is a director's when they're actually posting it and wanting it to be out. You know, when they... a director's film is something that a director wants out there, okay? He will go and make dramas and documentaries and everything else. He'll be on your extras on your DVDs, right? He will be going on the journey with the film, promoting the film, okay? Because this is what he's put his heart and soul in. He spent many months in the editing and stuff. This was the product that he wants to sell. What do we have here? We have a guy that has not been on the red carpet, who claims not have seen Justice League for many months after the film was released. He's not been featured in any of the extras on the DVD. He's been posting pictures about stuff that he shot. Now, this doesn't come across as a guy who was happy with the film that went out. Okay? This, to me, doesn't shout out, this is a Zack Snyder film. No. Hence why we're all shouting for the Snyder Cut. Now, the Snyder Cut is his intentional film. So, we go back to BVS, right? The cinema release. Now, you can argue all you want, okay? This is just my opinion, it would be different, okay? The studio asked him, or whatever, to cut it down to 2 hours. He then goes into the editing room, because he's admitted it himself, right? He edited the film, and his main focus was between Batman and Superman. So he edits his own film. He cuts it up, he slices it or whatever, takes it out there. He's on the red carpet train, okay? He's promoting the film. He's in the extras. It's his film. He's released it, right? Somewhere along the lines, he's still managed, well, here's the whole of my film, the ultimate cut. Something that's never happened before. A film that is suddenly released in the cinema for a short period of time onto DVD out there. So don't know what happened with that, but Warner Brothers must have struck a deal with Zack or something. We'll let you cut your film to 2 hours to release it, and then we'll also release this because it's a momentous film, right? It's a huge film because it's Batman and Superman. So they must have thought, this is, an historic moment. So we must get everything out there, get the Ultimate Edition out. Both of those films were handled, in my opinion, by Zack Snyder. Okay, the cinema release and the Ultimate Edition. Okay, but it was just something that Warner Brothers wanted out in the pictures because of the time scale. Right? Now we get to Justice League, right? Where, as we all know, it's been handled by a lot of different people. Now, Zack Snyder worked on Justice League just while it was just basically he just finished Wonder Woman or something like that, right? And he was working on that since after BVS. He was doing all the post-production stuff. He was filming massively, right? Getting the story put together that you had to chop from 7 to 2 to 1, and you had to do all that. But it just got so much. There was a lot of things going on in his life, privately and in the film industry himself, and he couldn't finish. Now, if you check my film log, okay, you have got videos. I'll try and put a wee link, okay, to the end. Me being angry with Zack Snyder because I knew what would happen the minute he stepped down. I knew exactly what would happen, and so I'll put that link to the end. But when you put it all together in the back, when you put all the information in front of you, yes, there was a film released, yes, he's credited as director, but it's not his movie that he wanted out there. So we can't have all these comic book pages or bias pages when refer to Justice League as Zack Snyder's Justice League, because it isn't. In a way, it isn't. It's not the film he intended to release. If he could wind back time, okay, and we could keep the dogs outside, lock the key and whatnot, keep all the dogs, which is anybody that wanted to interfere, okay, kick them out and have Zack Snyder release the film that he wanted to out in the public, because this is what everybody wants. Everybody wants to see this the director's vision of the story that he wanted to tell. Okay, and what came out wasn't the way that he would have done it. It's not the way he would have shot it. It was not the way it was doing it. So we should never ever put Zack Snyder's Justice League in the same sentence. We've got to basically, these bias groups or whatever news report out there, you've got to watch your wording. It should have been Warner Brothers Justice League or something like that, with some sort of explanation, and not just because this is a person's reputation. Okay, now if a film fails, but it's that person's project and he's loved it and he'll stand by it, so be it. Let him fail on his own stuff and not on stuff that has been hammered by so many other people, that has been cut and I mean, that is like me painting a picture and then somebody coming in and changing a couple of wee lines and whatnot, and then still passing it off as mine. And that's not what I did. I never added that stuff. I never drew that on it. But it's getting passed off is me, that I did it. That all that is 100% mine. It's not. If I knew what that looked like before I sent the picture out, then I wouldn't have sent it out. You know. But sadly enough, Warner Brothers bought the picture first, and then they can do whatever they want with it. You know, it's their money. So artists sometimes just have to walk away. But it galls me that artists get blamed for, get blamed for something that is taken out of their hands, and we're not letting these artists shine. So I don't know. Let us know what you think. So far, there's, as I said, there's hints, of course, Shazam trailer, there's hints of Aquaman trailer, stuff like that coming at Comic-Con. I think DC will definitely blow it again out of the water. And yeah, somebody was asking me, was Justice League a changer for Warner Brothers, and I think realistically, I think they already sort of knew they had problems during the production of Warner Brothers, and that's because there was too many chiefs and not many Indians. Okay, there should have been one chief, get the film out, have a little faith, and this is what Walter Amada is, as he has that bit of faith. What does it mean for a Justice League movie of a sequel? We're further away from it, I think, than normal. I would still, we talked about the two universes. I would still like to see the original cast from Justice League in the next one, and have them, Ben Affleck and stuff like that, under, working together and showing us how they would portray their characters in a better way, whether it be directed by Zack Snyder or anything, but somebody that is not being trying to copy a formula that works for another studio or whatever. I seen a trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it was, for me, I don't know, it's just straight to DVD. I want it to get back to the nitty gritty of what was Man of Steel and BVS. But sadly enough, the majority of people, that wasn't going well for them, right? So, but I can still believe all you need to do is tweak it somehow, have the same sort of feeling in film, but tweak it in a way that maybe a wee bit more character building and that, maybe more, more wording, and then have the Zack Snyder visionary or whatever. Those films probably just needed a little bit of tweaking done to it to be more successful. Don't get me wrong, I love those films, but why was it not thingy for everybody? And so it probably just had to be something added to make it spot on. Now I know some of you that are Zack Snyder fans and stuff will say that film was spot on, it was a masterpiece and stuff. I hear you, I get it, but I'm also thinking about the and it's a masterpiece for the people who love it, for the Zack Snyder fans and everything else. But I'm looking for the bridge that connects the Zack Snyder fans to the populace. How can we make a Zack Snyder film or whatever connect to the majority of people? And I believe there is something there, and I honestly thought we were getting there. By the time we had Man of Steel, BVS and stuff like that, I thought Justice League was going to be the film that connected to two tribes. Connected the Zack Snyder fans and the Warner Brothers fans, and unfortunately it turned into a film that was too mashed up. it was too mashed up, and it wasn't. The film wasn't. I know this is weird, me trying to explain this, but explain myself. But the film was so mashed up that it was everywhere, and as far as tone and wording and everything, and you just needed that extra sort of person in charge like Zack Snyder to take on because he is a listener, to take on what everybody was saying and just finish the film, and it would have I think it would have made a bridge to the other fans as well. I hear the other fans who were against Zack Snyder wanting this cut now. So they were also feeling that there was something missing, that the film had potential, but it was just missing that ingredient. I hope you can make sense of what I'm trying to say, okay? But the main thing of this video was, no, it wasn't Zack Snyder's film. We cannot say full-heartedly when we describe Justice League that it was all down to one guy, which we all know it wasn't. It was either down to Zack, the studio, Joss Whedon, Jeff Johns, everybody that was involved, everybody that put their 2 cents into that movie. That's whose film it is. It's basically a lot of people's, but we cannot just put it down to the one guy, and that annoys me so much. We can say Man of Steel, Zack Snyder, yep, directed it, yep, it's his vision, shaky camera, and there's a person out there, and I know that will just say, oh, it's David Goyer, he wrote it, oh, it's Christopher Nolan. No, seriously, it's Zack Snyder. It was his vision, his scope, his cinematography or whatever that helped tell the story. Same as BVS and the 2 different versions of it. Both of them, Zack would get up and say, yep, those are my films. Justice League, he's not done a such thing. So should we say that was a Zack Snyder directed movie? No. Okay, thanks very much for listening. Thanks for commenting or subscribing. Please subscribe, like, and check out my Facebook page, DC Fan Gives Hope, and check out the healthevillains.com, where you put DC Hope in the password and you get 15% discount on your DC stuff. Okay, and here's these links. Thank you.